sounding the world awake. And through that roar came a sound that didn't fit. A dog crying. Low. Sharp. Desperate. Gray Nolan opened his door with one hand on the frame, the other holding his breath. Because on his wooden steps lay a police officer, bleeding out, reaching toward nothing. The porch light flickered across his face. Pale. Lost. Barely here. The officer's German shepherd pressed its head against Gray's leg, shaking hard. Gray whispered, "Stay with me, please." And for a moment, the whole night held still, like it was listening. Gray carried the officer inside with slow, steady movements, like someone who had done this before, in darker places, with fewer witnesses. He laid him on the couch and checked the wound. Not random. Too clean. Too close. The dog stayed glued to Gray's knee, whining with each breath the officer lost. Gray muttered, "You didn't fall. Someone put you here." Outside, patrol cars rolled by without stopping. Windows slid shut. Porch lights clicked off one by one. That told Gray everything. He worked quietly, washing the wound, pressing cloth, trying to hold life in place. But something buzzed under the officer's vest, a tiny blinking red light. A body cam. Gray lifted it with 2 fingers. It felt like holding a fuse. He hit play. The room filled with voices. Fear. Orders. A gunshot. A command that made Gray's jaw tighten. Make it look like he ran. He didn't say a word. He just tapped a key on his old laptop, connected the body cam, and sent the footage straight to the city's internal evidence portal. Somewhere downtown, alarms would be ringing. The silence outside suddenly felt thinner, like it could rip. Minutes later, an ambulance finally arrived, slow, like it wasn't in a hurry. A police lieutenant stepped out, eyes cold, chin raised. "Sir, step aside. We'll take it from here." Gray didn't move. He simply handed him the body cam and a freshly printed transcript of every second. The lieutenant's face twitched. Just once. Like a mask slipping. Gray said nothing. He didn't need to. Medics rushed inside. Officers crowded the doorway. The neighborhood watched from cracked blinds. But when they realized Gray wasn't just some quiet guy on a dead-end street, the whispers began. "Wait, he knows that system? He got the footage out?" "How?" Gray just knelt beside the dog, letting it press its head into his hand. Because he wasn't after glory. He just wanted Blake, whoever he was, to live. Then another car pulled up. Not loud. Not rushed. A deeper authority. The chief. He stepped inside, soaked from the rain, scanning the room, until his eyes hit Gray. And everything in him froze. "Sergeant Nolan?" His voice cracked around the name. Dead silence. Gray didn't answer, but the chief did. "This man wrote our first integrity protocol. The one we dropped because it held everyone accountable." He held up the printed transcript. And tonight he used it to expose exactly who deleted it. Officers shifted away from the lieutenant. Hands off belts. Eyes hard now, not loyal. The lieutenant swallowed. His tie loosened. Words tried to leave his mouth and died before they formed. No shouting. No fight. Just the sound of a clipboard slipping from his fingers onto the wet floor, like a quiet confession. Gray stepped back as medics lifted the officer, Blake, onto a stretcher. The dog tried to climb up after him. Gray gently held it back. "You're okay," he whispered. "Your guy's not done yet." The chief approached, tired but certain. "Gray, whatever happens next starts because of you." Gray shook his head. "Just fix what broke." The chief nodded once. Heavy, honest. "I will. Starting tonight." By sunrise, the whole department felt different. A bulletin went out. Full internal audit. Independent review board. New protocol, Gray's protocol, reinstated. No drama. No speeches. Just change. Gray sat on his porch with the dog curled beside his boot, watching the soft morning light cut through the last of the storm. Same porch. Same quiet street. But something had shifted, like the world finally remembered he existed. He breathed out, long and steady. Maybe justice didn't roar. Maybe it whispered. Maybe it looked exactly like a tired veteran opening his door at the right moment.